All right, guys, welcome back once again to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, Rob French, and it is time once again for the Monday show. So we're just kind of hang out with you guys, talk about the weekend, talk about the week coming up, and hopefully come up with a decent topic to talk with you guys about as well. Weekend's pretty solid. Pretty much the same as most of my weekends have gone lately. Although yesterday was pretty chill, pretty relaxed day. My wife had a friend come over. Uh, we didn't really get a whole lot of like packing type stuff done around the house, which is what we primarily have been doing with our time off. Um, but like I said, yesterday was a little bit more relaxed. I did get my Dodge Caliber finally running yesterday. That guy's been sitting since I basically broke my toe about over a year ago, and I've just kind of let it go. DMV, kind of shut down with the whole pandemic, and getting in there was kind of a pain. And having both my wife's Volkswagen and then my dad's SUV, I've had plenty of transportation available to me, so it hasn't been like one of those things like I gotta get this thing done. But now that we're moving, I definitely have to get this thing done. And I was thinking about selling it, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence right now about all that. I kind of want to keep it one of those things where um, I wasn't sure if I wanted to take it down with me. It might have been kind of a headache, but I might get a trailer. Not really sure. Um, but my wife suggests that we sell it. I know my cousin is looking for a car. Um, it'd definitely be something that would be, I think, a good pick for him because it's a bit sporty and yet it's roomy at the same time. I think he would find it kind of a hybrid between where he is now and where he was with his original car. Like he used to have like these SUVs, kind of like Jeeps and Suburbans and stuff like that, lots of room. Now he's in like a BMW, and I kind of feel like this would be a cool mix. This Dodge Caliber, kind of sporty, kind of roomy. But I do like the car a lot. Um, but I'm also thinking about maybe looking into pickup trucks. Once I get down to Florida, I think a pickup truck would be a good fit. And given the fact that we will be, excuse me, we will be moving again at some point. Right now, we're moving to Florida to an apartment from a house. I feel like a pickup truck would be a good investment. Being able to load things in their furniture and whatnot. Just maybe getting things to and from storage, and then also once we move again, it'd be nice to have a pickup truck for the same purposes. We kind of like load furniture and boxes and things of that nature. Um, so I don't know, some things kind of floating around. But I did get the Dodge rolling yesterday. Had to fight a wasp nest that kind of been um, established on the inside of the door well there. So I had to get some spray out and kind of take care of that before I could do anything. But I got new battery in there, got it running, got some gas in there. I think next up is the oil change, and we'll just kind of go from there. Um, Trying to think what else happened this weekend. Not a whole lot, just kind of hit the grocery store. Um, watch some good movies. It was Father's Day yesterday as well. Hopefully everybody out there, got to spend some time with their dad, and if they are a dad, if you're listening, hopefully you had a good Father's Day. We didn't do a whole lot here, like so it's kind of, you know, just pretty low key. Got up, made everybody a nice solid breakfast: corned beef hash, bacon, fried eggs, toast, the whole works. One of those like solid, good Father's Day type breakfasts. Today we got to hit the grocery store and just pick up some stuff. We've been doing a lot of takeout here recently. Just come on, with everything going on, running around like crazy. Who's got time to sit back and cook a meal? But we've been eating out way too much, spending way too much money on takeout. So we are going to hit the grocery store after I wrap up this episode here of Rob's Arcade. Um, My buddy Andrew keeps messaging me about stupid stuff about the Italian dressing at work. I don't really care. I wonder if I'm still going to get these messages talking about moving once I'm in Florida. If I will still be getting these snaps about, oh man, this customer came in and this customer came. Like, I try to share, I guess, fun, interesting stories that happen, like just like really off the wall stuff. But I hope I don't just get these basic, like, yeah, this lady came into the restaurant and she was weird. Yeah, that happens. I'm kind of used to that. I'm sure I'll experience that tonight when I go in at 4. And we are on the countdown to the last 2 weeks. I've got this week, excuse me, I got this week, and then the week after. My last day is July 3rd, which I think I mentioned before is a little bit ironic that my first day off will be Independence Day, celebrating my independence by well, no longer working for the moment. I still have to go back to work at some point. Looks like I kind of got some job prospects lined up already in Florida, so that's pretty awesome. And yeah, we're just excited now. We're actually pushing back, putting the house on the market. We're actually going to put it on the market, but we realized the weekend that we wanted to do it was actually the Fourth of July weekend, and nobody's really going to want to come out and do a showing. So we're just going to pack our stuff up on a truck. We were going to hire a moving company that looked like it was going to be like $7,000 and some change to hire a moving company. So we're like, no, we're not going to do that. We're looking at somewhere between 2 and 3 now to get a U-Haul truck and get everything down there ourselves. But I think once we get down there, we're kind of set up with some help to help us get like some of the furniture and things like that inside the house. So that'll be nice because we are on the second floor. I was kind of hoping for a first floor situation, but not too bad. You have less break-ins on the second story, and um, we're not on the third floor, so I don't know if there's a third floor. Hopefully there's not. Hopefully we're the top floor. Have to be quiet. Have to watch where we step around. Make sure we're like not wearing shoes in the house. Got to have the bare feet on. Get the bare feet. No socks, no shoes, no service. Anyway, trying to think what else I got going on today. Hit the grocery store. And then I think, yeah, we're just going to spend some time just like packing up maybe the little loose stuff and then also clearing the floor space to get this guy ready to come back in here and finish up painting so we can get that out of the way. And though, like I said, we're going to put the house on the market after we leave. So basically, it's just from now on until we leave, getting things packed, getting things situated, and then we're just going to load the truck up and drive down. I think my wife wants to do what we do typically, how we've been doing it lately when we drive down to Florida. Before we would just like get up at 4 in the morning and just drive straight through. But now we've been kind of breaking it up, getting a hotel room somewhere in Georgia and just kind of like, taking the night. So that might be something else to consider too. Like if I'm driving with the trailer and the truck, where do I park that son of a gun? That is a lot. That is a lot to be moving. Um, so yeah, we'll find like a pet-friendly hotel where we can bring Veda. Um, I think we get the truck for 4 days, so that's more than enough time to load up, get down there, unload, and yeah, come this time, man, it's gonna be insane. Like, come this time, like 3 weeks from now, it's just like, uh, um, hopefully you guys, like I said, you guys have had a good weekend. School's over, people are gonna start getting those vacations in pretty soon, and um, my cousin was actually asking when my next vacation and what our next vacation plans were. And it's interesting, like we vacation in Florida, so I was actually thinking about this morning, like where and when um, will our next vacation be. And actually watched Vacation, National Lampoon Vacation movie last night. And so vacation's actually been kind of on my mind. I was thinking about vacationing last night and actually like vacations as a kid, and growing up, my dad would take us different places, Baltimore, Sea Aquarium, and different beaches and things like that. And that movie definitely reminded me of like the road trips we had. We just pile into the Cadillac, kind of drove everywhere we go. I don't know, like, it's so funny, like, we got phones now and tablets and everything, and yeah, I don't know what we did really to pass the time. I know I had my Game Boy at some point. Um, but yeah, I was watching the movie last night, like, really, is this how we just, like, did mom and dad sing? I don't remember mom and dad singing songs. I do remember listening to the radio a lot, jamming out to a lot of, like, 80s classic rock, Pink Cadillac and stuff like that, just jamming out, singing along to those songs. Um, but that also got me thinking about, well, today's uh, topic. Like I said, every now and again, I like to come to you guys on Monday and not just talk about the weekend and the week coming up, but actually talk about, you know, an actual subject and kind of get you guys commenting and thinking and um, looking at that movie last night and actually uh, uh, overhearing a phone conversation between my sister and my dad yesterday for Father's Day brought me to today's topic, which is siblings. And I thought today would be um, a fun way to kind of explore um, siblings. If you have any, how many you have. If you're glad you don't have any. If you're glad you're an only child. I kind of feel like this is a good episode for comments and just kind of getting out some of your feelings with your siblings. Maybe you have a brother, sister, both. Um, what the relationship is like, where you fit in. Are you in the middle? Are you the oldest? Are you the youngest? Um, the reason for this too is I kind of want to throw out there my relationship with my sister has been a little strained recently. Basically, since Christmas, I haven't really talked to her. And with the move coming up, and like I said, everything's kind of in this crunch of this next 3 weeks. Um, I wonder if I will see her before I head out, and how interesting or awkward that conversation may be. The last time I talked to her actually was via text message, and it did not go well. I was just trying to get some stuff out, and she basically just wanted me to leave her alone. I'm like, I don't want uh, the next conversation, the next time her and I talk, is to be like, over the passing of a loved one, or, you know, say something happens to my dad and I got to come back home. I don't want that to be the conversation. That is the first conversation we had. So I was kind of reaching out to her back, um, I guess maybe early spring, late winter, and it did not go well. In fact, I was getting messages from my mom the next day to like just kind of leave her alone. But as I kind of explained the situation more to my mom and what was going on, I think she kind of understood that, um, it's one of those things where I'm not trying to be a jerk and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just trying to like get some open air out there, because I know a lot of times when siblings are not on the best terms and they don't really speak a whole lot, it's typically tragedy that typically brings them back together. You have a funeral, or you have to show up at the hospital at the same time, and why should that be the icebreaker for the conversation? So um, the last conversation didn't go too well. I got extremely frustrated and basically was just saying things to her that, it was like, well, if you want to hate me, if you don't want to talk to me anymore, here's a couple of reasons not to. It's not how I wanted to start the conversation, but that's how we can end it, kind of a thing. And so it didn't go as well as I had planned. But it was one of those things too, where actually we were at work one day talking about our siblings, and we have actually a couple of guys at work who are brothers, and I feel like guys, like, if they're not at work, outside talking to each other all the time. If one of them's at work, then they're on the phone with each other. Um, one's at home like, hey man, blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, can you not like just wait? I mean, like, you guys live together. You'll see him in like 2 hours. Like, what do you then talk about when you get home? Like, you spent the whole shift talking to each other what do you talk about? So it was interesting. And then um, a couple other coworkers were talking about their relationship, and then of course mine came up, and it's frustrating. It's a little sad and it's frustrating. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I said, watching Vacation last night and seeing these, this family going on vacation and the siblings, and it kind of took me back to when we were kids growing up, and you know, not to say we'll ever have that again, those road trips and all of that, but it definitely made me realize how much I do miss my sister, and I typically try not to think about it. I feel like it's a lot of times my wife and other people who bring up the fact that, like, hey man, you don't really talk to your sister a whole lot, or I saw Lydia do this, or I saw Lydia do that, and it's like, I don't really think about it. I don't really think about it. I try not to, and it's kind of like I said. My opinion is if you guys didn't bring it up, I probably wouldn't think about it myself. Um, but yeah, yesterday that whole idea just kind of made me sad, and I think a lot of it, like I said, had to do with the fact that I was outside getting my car going, and my dad takes all of his phone calls on speakerphone. So just hearing her voice and realizing it's like, man, it's the first time I've heard her talk since Christmas, which was not the greatest holiday experience. Um, which I won't go into all of that, but I realized, man, it's been what 6 months now. It's just crazy. It's really insane. Um, but like I said, it also kind of made me want to um, reach out to you guys, and I just kind of want to hear what your relationships are like with your siblings. How often do you fight? Because I know there's always like that love hate that's back and forth. Come on, will you do this? Nah, man, I can't. Oh, F you. Well, F you too. I did this for you the other day. Well, whatever, dude. Blah, 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 blah. You go back and forth. Um, but I just want to know, maybe is there anything you think maybe like your sibling could do that would cause you not to talk to them for 6 months, or block them from all social media, or just kind of erase them? Um, you know, from your virtual world, your real world? Like, just is there anything you think they could do? And like, what would it take? What would it take for you to like say, no, that's it. I'm cutting you off. It's funny, I've been cut off a lot. I feel like this is the longest and the most recent, but yeah, I've been cut off for a lot in my probably the last 10 years. Um, but yeah, I'm more interested to hear uh, from the I don't know the half dozen subscribers I have on this channel, and what you guys think. Because like I said, I got like 3 weeks. I'm sure my family will want to do something. It sounds bad, but it's like, God, I don't even know if we'll have time to just pick a day where we can just like, oh yeah, let's just have a party. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see everybody, um, but it's going to have to take some crafty planning. I feel like once I have my last day at work, that last week, hopefully there won't be a whole lot of like packing or getting rid of everything. Hopefully, that last week going into everything um, will just be us, kind of eating off of paper plates. Um, just kind of maybe just even having one TV that we're using, having everything else pretty much just packed up, and that last week will maybe free us up where we can get together with some friends and some family before we head out. But yeah, it's just really when you think about it, it's like, oh, we got 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks is really like it's going to feel like one, you know. And then before you know it, we'll be on the road. I'm really excited. This might sound bad, like as much as I would love to see some family and friends before we head out. I think I'm more excited about just seeing some of the friends and family down in Florida that are waiting for us to get down there. I know her Aunt Marlene, for one, is really excited that we're moving down. Um, her friends Jermaine and Nastasia, And Ellie, I know they're all excited for us to get down there and, do a fun day at like Disney or Universal or something like that. So I'm kind of like, as bad as this sounds, like, it's like I'm kind of looking forward to the push through these next 3 weeks, get it all over with, get it all said and done, get that last hangout in, and then hit the road and get this new chapter. Because it's you got to look at it like we're kind of all of our stuff. I'm looking at my game room right now. It's like all in boxes. I've got like a few movies out here and there, but for the most part, it's not a very comfortable living situation. Like I said, today after I hop off here, we're gonna hit the grocery store, and then spend the afternoon just trying to make space and make some room um, in the living room so we can start moving other furniture around and get these other rooms painted. So, the next 3 weeks is going to be more of like just like think trying to wade through all of this so we can finally get to our final destination, get settled, get relaxed, and start this next new chapter. Um, which I've mentioned before too, is going to mean that uh, Rob's Arcade is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. We'll probably be doing like maybe one or two, um, maybe just probably like just next week will probably be my last actual Wednesday show. I don't know, maybe I might have like maybe one or two Wednesday shows left, and then probably maybe just one more Monday show, and then Rob's Arcade will be back with season 4, coming to you guys from Florida. So that's something to look forward to. I know it's not exciting to think about, like, oh man, my homie's leaving. But think about all the cool videos you're going to get from Florida. It's going to be freaking awesome. All right, guys. Well, speaking of cool videos, I think it's about time for me to wrap up this cool video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, hanging out here a little bit, getting a little personal with me. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. You guys never hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. Hit that share button. Go ahead, comment down below. Like I said, I want to hear about, what your guys' take on siblings are and where you guys kind of fit to that whole scenario. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. If you are a subscriber, tell your friends to subscribe. And until next time, guys, remember, don't spend your quarter anywhere else. It's not goodbye. It's just to be continued. Later. Till next time. Peace.